kind of talk with chat and.
Yeah, I can't because Scott's downloading images that he can trace over on the surface.
Yep.
Super bummed because I really wanted Mountain Dew, but all I have is Apple Pay.
I would have got you a Dew.
That's okay. I'm okay with Coke.
I would have got you freaking Dew.
Coke's alright.
Coke's not a Dew.
Go on your phone and be like,
Bop.
but Apple Pay never caught on, unfortunately.
It is really convenient though when it works.
Super fucking convenient.
Yeah.
But it I leave my wallet in my car on purpose, so I won't use things.
Yeah, and that. See, the worst mistake that I've made is.
Rachel, do you want to scoot this way
Accidentally
so that you're in
memorizing
frame?
my credit card number.
Internet.
Yeah.
That's my excuse. Sometimes like, oh my
I think that works.
Like, oh man, I'm gonna have to look up the security code number on it. Oh wait, I remember that one.
Are you sure Drew doesn't have your camera? When I recorded last week, he did have your camera.
If he did have my camera, then.
Or he had one identical to yours, but I don't think he would have been having you bring yours around if he had his own.
Right.
I feel like he would have brought his.
Yeah.
I think he has yours.
He probably does.
All right, so I don't know if this is going to... Oh, I might be streaming right now, so I don't know what we've been talking about.
Oh, nothing bad.
Let's find out.
Fine.
Are we streaming?
Sunburn, like right
Yeah,
here. Check this
baby.
out.
What have you been doing?
Man, I've been.
Oh.
Pretty tan. Killer.
LittleBigKast, yeah, we're streaming. Hey, we're streaming, guys. Hopefully no one's... I don't know what were we talking about anything we shouldn't have been?
No, we were discussing Apple Pay.
Okay.
And
Yeah. How it didn't catch on.
yeah.
We're blocked in a little bit.
Guys.
Hey, listen.
Oh, shice. Okay, so, yeah, no viewers. That's all right. We'll figure it out. Da, 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 da. Probably should turn music off and do a sound test.
I work at America First.
Okay. What do you do there?
I do new accounts, so nothing is what I'm going into.
Cool.
So yeah.
I'm telling you for real, it's really frustrating though. I looked at probably a dozen jobs today that were posted on KSL that were all like $11 an hour. I was like,
Yeah.
I will
No.
F you up.
Freaking high school people get paid.
Like we want a marketing specialist for the whatever brand, and it's like must have a high school diploma. I'm like,
What?
what?
You say the word specialist.
It pisses me.
You should be special.
It pisses me off.
What I had issues with was we required 7 years experience. I'm like,
Yeah, this.
23.
They're like, this job is entry level job starting at $35,000 a year, requires 3 years of experience. I'm like, what?
No.
What? What are you talking about?
that was my issue.
Dude, I'm so stoked for you. Congratulations.
Super
What are we
stoked
talking
I got
about?
promoted.
Already?
Yes.
Dang,
super
told
excited.
you.
I know.
Hmm?
Yeah, 'cause
Did we turn the music for the song stuff?
Go
Rachel,
to,
how do we do
go
this?
to,
Rachel will do it.
yeah. And just because this is the radio station, be very, very careful of your drinks because apparently
lids on.
that's like
a no-no.
that's the big bad
That was
juju.
the rules. Those are the
What's funny is like I can have a drink in the library with
I know,
100
but
max all around, but like my own personal microphone, it's like don't you dare.
Do not.
Hey, can you do like a test?
Yes, so the really sad thing is like these ones do not pick up nearly as well, and so like if you get, like I'm on the move right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you can
So-
talk that way the rest of the time.
Yeah, if I keep doing that,
Talk like a muppet.
There you go. Good.
yeah. So I'll just get really excited. It's like I can feel my breath right now. This is just creepy.
Can I get one?
Yeah, so I was
Yeah.
gonna say, Alicia, I'm leaving my job at Fox 13 and they're hiring.
Hey, this is me talking.
So if you know anyone, you should
That'd be cool. What? So producing.
Producing?
not producing, studio teching. I wasn't a producer. They were all super miserable.
Really? Dude, I'm so happy for you. Good job getting out of there. That's awesome.
I was looking at you could.
No worries, I wasn't sure if you wanted me to talk or Jeff to talk.
Yeah, if you can talk.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Colors, colors, colors.
You're really quiet
Words,
too.
green, green, green. I usually am the quietest one. What if I just
I'm
make
like
out?
not picking you up at all.
Gross. Really?
Yeah.
Usually I'm not turned on, but today I'm turned way on.
3? Are you sure you got 3?
turned
Yeah,
on.
1, 2, 3, 4. So I picked a Coke, the one that was random, that was covered, and I wouldn't know the lyric. And it's coming. I'm coming home. Am I turned on? My chord's this one. Maybe.
Yeah,
it's
you're on
four.
3.
Boop boop
Yeah, 'cause
boop.
3 is all the way up.
More words, more words. Maybe put me on a different one. Sometimes that's a thing.
Hey,
Yeah.
viewers. Do we have any viewers right now?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Muters.
Viewers?
Oh, viewers?
Really?
Anyone watching?
Can you hear me on this thing? We don't really have anyone except us.
Okay.
Glenn, where are you?
See, even that was only it.
It just popped.
Glenn.
Did you unplug you there?
What?
Did you try unplugging you there?
We can.
Let's try this too. If we have to.
Don't you love poopy chords?
Let
this whole thing dies. And Coke's marketing scheme on this whole sharing lyrics and names is the most fucking genius thing ever.
Dude, they've had a couple really
It's
good
pretty good.
ones.
This one isn't as good as the names one, but it's
Yeah, their
It's
dumb
pretty
name
good.
was huge. It was a great
smart,
idea.
super well. And I was just like, oh, that's the best free advertising you could possibly do. That's so weird. Maybe my microphone's broken. Should I try yours? Or I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
Can I take it off? Or do you unscrew a certain part? I know it's shaped for you. And the sock.
Contoured for you.
Oh my gosh! I'm usually the one getting.
Why?
Sex joke. How about now? Yeah.
Okay, go.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3,
Nope, now nothing at all.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
button somewhere?
9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, try plugging me into a different port. I'll give Jess
Oh, now try it. Maybe it was.
Hey, 1, 2, 3.
Yay!
Try turning it off and back on again. Is mute on? Is it even turned on?
I want Final Fantasy, World of Final Fantasy, whatever that thing is. I want it to come out.
Bioshock.
Oh, I know!
Yeah.
Ah!
I got super. So I gave my Xbox to my brother, and Leon was just like, "I want to play Bioshock," and I'm like, "I want to play Bioshock. It's not on the PS4. I don't have my PS3 or my Xbox." So I was very upset, and I'm also upset because that game that we showed with the clowns and the rat, what was it, Happy
Yeah.
Town? That's an Xbox exclusive.
No.
What?
No.
Yep, that is a Xbone
But-
exclusive.
Guess what? It's being made in We Happy
Did
Few.
any of you hear about Ellison Road? Were you into that at all?
Mm-mm.
I bet Drew was.
Yeah. Well, it was like a horror game that was canceled.
Push that mic
Oh, yes,
that way.
PT.
A little further.
Because it was so very much like PT.
A little further. A little further. Okay, hold up.
I didn't know. I didn't hear about that.
Let's see what that does.
They said, "Oh yeah, this one's so close and it's gonna be so cool," and everyone got excited about it. And like a week after
JK.
everyone got excited about it, it was like,
Yeah.
Oh, way too far. Hang on.
JK,
Come back.
JK.
I need to look at real time. Hang on. Let me pull up my OBS.
Hey. Ooh, yeah, that was boss.
"Thank you."
That was boss.
Like a lady. Okay, bring it back.
I'm such a lady. I even got my hair did.
A little more. Whoop. Hold up.
My favorite's always
That's
Hawk and a loogie. And then people behind me like look back. They're like, yeah, that was me. What of it?
What are you gonna do?
I get boogers in my throat. What are you gonna do?
I produced your.
I'm a human being. I had a cousin that she used to tell everyone like girls don't fart, they take pills for it so that they don't fart, and I wasn't sure. Like I had a sister, but like
Never.
she never was around me to fart. I don't ever remember having my sister fart around me. So
Leon was always really good about it. And then I think once I farted in front of him, and ever since he's just never yeah. That's what it was. He tells me I opened a can of worms, but now he just
Oh.
all because I did a
that's funny.
He's nasty.
No, that's when you know that you're truly comfortable with someone.
Yeah.
That's when you
That's
know it's
fair.
gonna work.
That's fair.
Is anyone logged into the LittleBigKast?
I am
Twitch?
attempting to. No.
I am not.
Okay, I will try.
Also, we should have a fuzz show soon because now that I have a different schedule, I can start coming in earlier. Yes.
That would be amazing. because
Ah.
I
Hey,
last
for
week.
real,
Boom.
I'm for real gonna send you my resume.
Do it.
I want to talk to you.
I need to be employed.
Cool. Okay.
Let's save that chat for after.
Cool
Yeah.
deal.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Red.
Your connection was interrupted.
Of course it
Was it? Was it now?
Oh, there we go. Oh. Oh.
Let's see. I'm on. This caffeine was great. This is gonna be a burping contest.
Little big carbonation.
The Burp Show.
I want you to be completely off. Like, there you go.
Should we call it that? The Burp Show today?
I think so.
Well,
Burpalicious.
unless we burp during the show.
Well, I'm thinking we can do that. This is just starting. I'm
Oh,
only
yeah.
this. I'm only this far deep.
Oh. Oh, now.
We'll just sing that Fergalicious song, but say Burpalicious.
Yeah.
It's high, high.
Burpalicious. Burpalicious. Doesn't have to make sense.
Well, none of them do.
So a lot of songs don't make sense.
All right. Okay, we're on there. Is anybody in? Have we socialed it? Should we social it? Hey, so here's a little fun conundrum. I have tried to set myself up as an admin for a company's Facebook page. I have their like owners
Yeah.
login info.
Yeah.
Their page does not. So typically, you make admins out of people that have liked your page, right? So if I needed to add Rachel as an admin, okay, like the LittleBigKast page. Now I type your name in, blah 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 blah. Set you up as admin. I don't show up as a like. Everyone else does that likes the page. I don't show up. And then, so you can also type in their email address that's associated with it. Doesn't do jack shit.
I bet you're on private. Would you be on private maybe?
Me? No. 100% no.
Weird. Because usually that's the thing. You can only show you. There's a selection where it says only show your email address to you. So that may be a thing. Maybe that may be
I'll
on
look at it.
private.
But I'm like, I'm
Yeah,
an
that
admin
sucks.
for us.
That's true.
I'm an admin for White Clouds still. I should just
Maybe someone
sabotage.
blocked you and didn't want to tell you.
I wouldn't do that for real, but I thought about it a couple times.
It's one of those things like I have the power.
I have thought
sucks.
about
but
it.
I'm benevolent.
I won't do it.
My internship left me as an admin until like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, I just left. I was like, no, I don't want. I
go
removed
away
myself.
with
Yeah, but I was like, wow, I could do some dirty stuff to this right
Okay.
now.
What am I doing? I'm doing social.
CB Aviation. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend. It was advertised. It was advertised as a paid gig, but then we got there and it was not a paid gig. It's very much not. Also, Love City. What days do you have night classes this upcoming?
Mondays and Thursdays.
Okay. Night out.
You should just bring a drink.
What was it?
Yeah,
I saw
man.
I saw a life hack and it was just a Starbucks cup and it was like, this has wine in it. That was pretty good.
Is it okay if I say, hey everyone, we're live. Join us at twitch.tv/LittleBigKast. We're having a burp contest, and so far Robin is winning.
Yes.
Totally accurate.
You know what music I've had stuck in my head all day is Gin Blossoms. Has ever listened to Gin Blossoms?
Leon's been going through a Simon and Garfunkel.
Really?
So we've been listening down, me and Julio, down by the schoolyard.
Oh, boy.
They're awesome. Their lead singer did a trouble with us.
Oh, see now.
This is probably the most. Do you listen to Gin Blossoms?
Oh.
Is that him? The lead singer?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Gin Blossoms are awesome. My wife hates them. She's out of town, so I have it blasting really loud right now. Anytime, like, I listen to a lot of I have a very broad Like,
the younglings
appreciate.
out of
Yeah, they're all with her in St. George.
I was gonna say, do you have a man? Do you have a whole house yourself?
Yeah, and you know what I've learned is I'm not good at being a
Yeah.
lone wolf guy, like, or a bachelor kind of guy. Like, I'm not good at it.
Scott thinks that he's good at it.
No, I'm legitimately terrible at it, and we'll just start the show with this. I'm Jeff. This is Robin and Rachel. We're here.
What's
Drew's gone.
up?
I'm seriously bad at it. So my wife and kids are down in
St. George.
Utah right now. They're doing Bravo.
That was a good one.
There we go.
Burpalicious, burpalicious. So she's down there learning how to do something with eyebrows.
Threading?
No, it's like the microblading.
Microblading.
She's
Yeah,
learning
that's a new
microblading
thing.
stuff. So
Makes your eyebrows bleed.
She's gonna be doing microblading crap.
But they look good.
You
They
just don't have
fill
to
'em
pencil
up.
your eyebrows, I guess, is the thing. I don't understand it very well, but
I'm going to be looking
They
at
like
this.
implant. Can I say they like implant little hairs into your eyebrows?
no, it's
and
like a
fill 'em up.
tattoo.
Yeah.
The what?
Oh, it's like a needle.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
tattoo. It's not like an implant of anything. So it's yeah, they're basically like little cuts with ink so
Oh
that
my
it looks
gosh.
kind of like you brushed in your eyebrows, and then you don't have to use a pen on, or I don't know what women
Ever
use.
again.
Yeah, I don't know what women use, but you don't have to do it anymore. So
I'm
that's what she's
Mexican.
learning how to do. And so I've been home alone since Saturday afternoon, and per day I'm eating about 12 orange creamsicles. Not an exaggeration. Like, I'm like, I'll just have one, and then so it started with one. Okay, so it was probably Sunday night. So probably like midnight Sunday night before I realized there was a box of orange creamsicles in my house. So I took one, and it's midnight. Like, I was going to go to sleep. And then there was just like 6 of them were gone. Like, I just couldn't stop. And I'd eat one. I'm like, I don't even want to get up and get another one, but I was like, I can't not have another one though. So like, for real, I've gone through two 12 count boxes of orange creamsicles.
Your version of a 12-pack is very different from the rest of the world.
Yeah. Jeffrey's 12 pack is very different. That's true. And in addition to that, I am eating a lot of macaroni and cereal,
Yeah,
and that's kind
cooking's
of
hard.
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of been my thing, and it's kind of driven home like how spoiled I am with Claire. Claire loves to cook. Like, she loves to cook, and she's dang good at it. Like,
Sorry, Leon.
similar to Glenn. Like, Glenn loves to cook, right? When you love to do something and that's kind of like an escape for you, I think you do it well. Like, Glenn cooks well because he likes to do it. It's like this break from life for him, right? It's the same way for Claire. So like, when Claire's home, I eat pretty dang good and healthy. Like, really good, but like really healthy. I feel like my body is like falling apart. Like, if there were ever a day to like reemerge with the moobs, today is the day.
This
I have-
would be
week.
the day.
Like 12 packs of orange creamsicles, lots of Dr. Pepper, and like just resume writing. That's been my week. It's been miserable. But I have also played a lot of gaming. I've gamed at night. So like, I'm staying up late playing video games for the first time in
I just have this
forever.
image of like dirty T-shirt and like pizza boxes and now orange creamsicle boxes and just like living in this.
So it's close to that. I've
Okay.
been pretty like, I've taken garbage bags with me as I've moved through the house. So like, there's more garbage bags around the house right now. But from like a gaming perspective, I have stayed up pretty late the last couple nights, playing Destiny again. Knuckles has been playing with me, so I don't know if you guys ever played. So
I don't think we played with.
I told you the story about his name though, right? How it's like little O, big O, big O, little O,
They
Knuckles.
look like Knuckles.
And I was like, the first time I played with him, I was like,
Ooh.
is it ooh Knuckles, O Knuckles? And he's all, no, it's like brass knuckles, like Knuckles. And I was like, I feel retarded.
I'm sure that's how people feel
Super
when
cool
they
dude
see
though.
yours.
Super cool dude. He's in our Destiny chat now, and yeah, it's been fun. We've played a lot of Iron Banner this week, because it's Iron Banner week.
Because reasons. Yeah,
Sure.
Exactly.
Outside of that, a little bit of Overwatch. I still feel like Overwatch is like the perfect escape from grind because there's nothing to grind for. Like, I can just hop on, and what's cool about Overwatch, I don't know if I might have talked to Drew about this a little bit last week, but I want you guys to know, because I'd love for you guys to play Overwatch with me. There's no grind for gear. Like, there's no gear. You're just a character, and you have attributes and abilities and whatever else. And so you can be a total assault dude. You could be a total tank character. You could be a sniper, or you could be support and you just run around healing people. But like, you're not even given a KD ratio. Like, you have total elimination. They don't even call it kills. They call it eliminations. So like, you have a total eliminations that it shows at the end of the thing. Total time on objective. So like, if you're moving a platform across a map, the amount of time that you're close enough to it that it makes the object move is counted. And then revives or like health healing is counted. So like, if you're playing a support class,
like a total idiot when
no, totally.
When what would usually happen in any sort of online game is like, I get mowed over.
No, not at all. Like, it's it has been almost cathartic to play Overwatch and just like zone out, because I'm not stressed about it at all. And what I've learned is I actually really like playing as a support character. So I'm typically playing this character Lucio, who can either make the entire team move faster,
You've always
or
been
he can
a
be
support.
healing people.
Whenever you
a
played
medic.
Destiny, especially with us, you were always the one that would go up from the vantage point and tell us where to go.
That's true.
You've always been a support. So
I didn't think about that, but that makes sense. Yeah.
I've also always seen Jeff as a general too, because he's not only like telling us where to go, but he's
Plus,
like
wasn't there a G.I. Joe
like
called
telling
General
us-
Hawks?
isn't it General Hux off of like First Order Star Wars kind of stuff?
Maybe.
I'm gonna go with Hux.
When I was in the military, I did think about that a lot. I was like, if I stayed in the military, I'd have to become an officer and be like Captain Hawks. That sounds cool. Wouldn't that sound cool? Like, General Hawks, we've got an emergency. I'm like, launch the nukes now.
Turn the gate.
Launch all the nukes.
No.
So I don't know. It's been fun. What have you guys been doing?
For me, I have been actually playing a lot of Lego Star Wars because it just came out on Tuesday.
I watched a little bit of it on Twitch. It looks awesome.
Oh my gosh, it is stupid fun.
That's cool.
And what's really interesting is what they've done with it. They'll, like, the Lego world will expand over. So it's Traveler's Tales that does it, right?
Mm-hmm.
They expanded like one little scene to make it like this own mini game. So what you'll do is, you know how Rey will grab her little kind of like, I don't know what you'd call it.
Little staff.
Not the staff, but the little boogie board
Uh-huh.
that she jumps on and like kind of slides down.
Yeah.
The side. They made that into a mini game with like jumps
That's
and ramps.
cool.
That's
and
cool.
It's like one little scene that took all of like 2 seconds to show is now a full mini game. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so cool.
Did you guys watch that? Did you guys watch the movie in 3D?
Yeah.
Dude, when she goes down that, so I saw it in 3D and in 2D.
Oh,
and
yeah.
in 2D, I was like, that's kind of cool that she goes down that. In 3D, it looked freaking sweet.
I'm just like,
Sweet.
that was good. That was a really good control. Good.
It was nice.
A nice
timing.
resonant
Good timing.
quality.
Yeah,
Very.
It was dainty.
Yes,
Damn it.
it's very
It's
controlled.
dainty to match my man bun. Seeing it on the screen, I'm so embarrassed.
You are not embarrassed to have
I'm a
him
little
here.
bit embarrassed.
Just a little boop. I like your shadow, to be honest.
Boop.
It's just a little.
I did go to the doctor like a week ago, and the receptionist was like, "Can I just tell you that's the smallest man bun I've ever seen?" And I was like, I don't know what
do
to
you do with
say to
that?
you right now. Like,
What do you do with
to
that?
repeat it back, like your messy bun is disgusting.
It's been a long time. Like, it's been a long time since I felt that uncomfortable.
Like totally
as
befuddled.
my like redheaded self. Like, I was like instantly like ultra insecure and like, I have a tiny man bun. Like, it was.
Is that what they resemble?
I don't know. It was weird. I don't
The
know.
man bun.
Anyway, I interrupted. I
No,
apologize.
no. That's my gaming world. Layla has become completely beyond obsessed with Pokemon.
Yeah,
Oh
me
my
too.
Gosh, it's insane. She's she's playing, what is it, the Pokemon X
Okay.
with Xerneas. I've never seen that child memorize so much. It gives me hope for when she's having to, learn math and history. Like, I know she can do it, and it is possible. But, I mean, she knows what they all evolve into. I got her, like, this little 700-character book that's, like, this thick.
Nice.
And she reads it to
Encyclopedia.
me.
We'll wait until she gets a cell phone, and then she'll just have them all bookmarked on her phone.
I'll
Continue. She reads them to you, maybe soon.
Yeah.
Your web browsers.
It's gonna be a hoot. And I leave for New Mexico tomorrow.
Oh wow.
Woo.
So that's gonna be a fun
Just
trip.
visiting friends.
Yeah, visiting the fam down there.
Cool.
Nice.
So Kevin the 4th,
Yay.
Woo!
14-hour
In
car
the blazing heat.
Yay.
drive in New Mexico, where it's
How hot is
flat
it? 114?
and depressing and dusty and windy.
We're about to get rain, too.
What is the temperature there right now?
Oh, I don't know, like 100. I have no idea.
But
I try
it's
to
hotter.
think
I
about
had
it.
a friend. So I've got a friend that went home to like her family's reservation. She's Native American. Went back to her family's reservation like last week in New Mexico. She said it was like 112. So be ready.
This is why I'm packing tank tops.
Be ready to
only
be
tank
hot.
Tops.
Only tank tops.
Only tank
Oh, I
tops, lots
hate.
of sunscreen.
See, no amount of sunscreen would protect
I was
me
gonna
in
say
that
you look
environment.
red and you got sunburnt.
I'm red here.
What happened?
I
Little
went
bit on
to
your
a
neck,
wedding.
too.
Yeah. So at that wedding, it was outside,
Mm.
and again, like I've never had my hair pulled back before. The top of my forehead got burned. I
That's a little
I
funny.
can't ever win. Like if a part of me is exposed, it's gonna get burned. Like you can count on it being red.
Yeah.
Jeff's exposed. Jeff turns red. Period. Take
Yeah.
that as you will.
Gross.
I'm just like,
Anyway,
So good things. Good things have been happening. Lots of good things have been happening. Just been busy.
money.
No vacations. Working on my. So I got pooped on with my car. So I was gonna go to a concert last night. It was brand new, Modest Mouse. I don't know if you're familiar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I love those bands.
brand new was like me in high school for the record.
So good. So good. Your favorite
So
weapon?
you were like,
So I've already seen them both before, and they were playing the Salt Air together, just those two bands. So I was
Wow.
really excited on going. And then, so my windshield crapped on me 2 weeks ago, so I had to replace my windshield.
you
And
did have
then
to.
I did,
Ugh.
but well, actually, I didn't have to. I found out the day after that I only needed my emissions test, not my safety test.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but
Since when does anybody only have one of the other?
I
one or the
have
other?
no idea, but those are the rules. So I didn't have to get it, but ultimately I'm glad I did, just because of safety issues, and a cop was gonna pull me over and give me a ticket for it, and that would have been
Yeah,
that would have sucked too. So I just knew. So I didn't feel bad. I didn't feel too bad doing that. And so my car is due this month. Siri sucks. She's a twat. And
Said something about wiener. What just happened? Siri,
gross, Jeff.
what did it say?
Delete history. Delete history.
Was it trying?
No, it was like
Like,
listening
picking
to
up?
what we were saying, and then it ended with wiener, and then Siri said no comment, Jeff. What did you say that sounded like wiener?
Windshield?
Windshield, maybe.
Siri is
Sorry, it's
tripping
funny.
balls, dude.
Yeah, Apple's never been the same since
Wow.
Steve Jobs.
So
So
anything like Steve Jobs just lives in all the Apple products and just haunts it.
His AI was uploaded, and now he just trolls Tim Cook.
just trolls. That's funny. So I had to get my windshield replaced, and all my registration's due this month for my car, so I had to pay a bunch of money for that. And then, but here's the thing: I was finally saving up. I was finally feeling good, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna pay. Tickets were like $50, so they're a little bit pricier than most. So I was gonna get tickets, but then that morning my battery died. Oh, my car wouldn't start. Oh no. Oh, so I get a new battery, so I couldn't go to the concert. So I was pretty bad about that.
Sucks.
I
I'm
know,
sorry.
but that's okay. There are worse things in the world, but things are going good. That was just little oops that happened in the
Little hiccup.
week. Yeah, but that's
Little
okay.
hiccup.
Things are good. Things are good. Get video game wise, I should be having more time for video games soon, since my
Yay.
evenings will be coming back to me.
Oh my gosh.
I know, I can't
Miraculous.
wait. I can't wait. But for now, Leon and I have just been playing Rocket League. They've done some major updates to it. We've been playing with Dugong. He's boss sauce. He's pro.
Really?
He's so good at that game. Right? He's really good at the game. And so yeah, we just with new update, there's been like new maps and just different strategies to it. So it's been really fun. Yeah, and we're just getting better. We're still really bad. Well, depends on the day, but we're still usually pretty bad. Just because like everyone.
Are you guys playing basketball?
No, we're playing just regular.
Okay.
But it's just there's so much technique to that game that
Oh yeah.
I feel like if
I
you, I
never
feel like the
could
people
have
that have stuck
imagined.
with it though, like they stuck with it because they got good at it.
right. But
I'm
So
the
they
one that
just
does
dominate.
cookies. Just
there are just so many shots that we see, and it's just like using your rocket jet fuel
To jump and hit it in
it's
the air. and
ridiculous, and your flips and your angles, and it's so important, and it's just it made me realize how bad I am at that game.
crap. That's funny.
But it's been pretty fun. And then I've been playing Pokemon. I picked up Pokemon, and I just hatched a new team with eggs, and I'm ready for it. But I have one more. I need one more, and I'm just over it because I'm tired of just hatching eggs, just hatching Pokemon eggs to get the perfect team, and
I
it
feel
just
you.
takes too much freaking time.
Is it random?
Yeah, so you need to you breed the Pokemon to get the one you want that has the best stats, and that takes some time.
Random stuff like that pisses me off.
So
which
it
one is
just
that?
takes
'Cause it
a lot of
sounds very time consuming and I
time.
would love it.
It's all of them.
Is it
You
what?
can breed in all the Pokemon games. Talk to her about the daycare,
Oh
and you
boy.
stick a Ditto in there, and then they had first she has to learn about natures, and different
you're gonna have
natures
to have the talk
boost
with her
different things.
Borrow Drew's book.
Yes.
This is how Pokemon
When a
bang.
boy Pokemon likes a girl
Is it-
Pokemon.
When a girl and a boy Pokemon love each other, they
Didn't-
get a magic
have-
stone.
Something like that. It goes something like that. And but yeah, I'm just hitting I was doing really good for like the first few weeks, but now I need one more, and I just don't have the patience for it.
That's funny.
I almost have a mansion in my Animal Crossing town.
Yeah. My game's been RIP for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yay! I remember my old town had the mermaid set on the outside.
Oh,
I
yep.
was very proud of that.
Yeah, I have that one.
Yes.
Very cool.
Mermaid life. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. Just some Rocket League and some Pokemon.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, Drew's out of town. He's camping or something.
And this is when we have a big storm.
Yep.
Let's just all thank
Oh, I
Drew
didn't
for
think-
breaking the drought.
I didn't even think about that. He's
Yeah.
camping in a storm.
Yep.
Where is he going? He just said he was
Are you-
going in
did
the
you
mountains.
Shake up your
Maybe.
on purpose?
Maybe.
That's the thing you do?
I don't like carbonation.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
I
fascinating.
don't like it's okay, but it's not.
I'm not like
kinda
giving you
hurts
crap
to
about it.
drink.
I'm not judging
I'm a
you, I'm
little
just judging you.
It
fascinated.
just kind of hurts to drink. So I usually like
That
I like
makes sense.
flat soda. It's just sweeter.
It's a little fascinating. All right.
Yeah, I know.
Cool.
I know. I'm one of those people.
Right on. Well, let's jump over to the news then.
Hoorah.
But first, let's talk to the chat. I don't know what shiny Z means, Chimpoka Master.
Shinies Pokemon, because
Oh,
you get shiny
Shinies?
Pokemon.
Chinese?
They get the best stats, and Leon's a
Oh.
You're
cheater.
going feet.
You heard me.
Feet's good.
Or
Feet's
feeties.
good.
Hi, friends. I would love to reply, but I forgot my computer, so I'm running off of the notes on my phone.
And we're making up for a lack of Drew, so our production value is a little bit lower than normal.
Yeah, because Drew apparently has my webcam.
And the mega skills that kind of make this show happen.
Yeah.
But we'll survive.
R.I.P.
If you guys want to play Destiny tonight, I'm going to be playing Iron Banner.
If you want to play Rocket League tonight, I bet Leon and I'd be playing Rocket League.
I might take
wanna
you up on that
change
for a
it
little
up?
bit. I
Change
might
it up?
take you up
Change
on.
it up.
I got to get to level 5 first in Iron Banner because they have a scout rifle that you have to be level 5 to be able to buy. That is-
Whatever happened to you
the bomb
liking
shit.
Overwatch because you don't have to grind?
I do. I really like Overwatch because I don't have to grind. But tonight,
But tonight
I kind of want to grind.
Tonight
wanna-
I'm gonna
I wanna
grind.
get
and
it.
I'm gonna break
Come
into some
on.
I
horrible
gotta
soccer.
get it.
Let
I
me
got
know.
to get it. Isn't that a tip that says that?
Do
I
what?
gotta
All
get
the
it. I
time.
got to get it.
5.
Is it Fife or Tip that says that? It's like my
I
brother
think it's.
went
I
away
think it's.
for.
I think it's tip. Is it deeper or lower? Because that's how I tell them apart.
I don't know. You guys know who we're talking about?
No clue. I'm
Tribe Called
home.
Quest.
Oh yeah.
Left my wallet in El Segundo.
I'm sure I remember.
I gotta get it. I got to get it. Let's see.
Spread your love and fly. Spread your love and fly.
I freaking love that song. Sorry. Anyway, on to the news. Do you guys want me to do the news, or do you guys want to do the news? I guess you're doing a new release. Do you want me to do the
It's very
news?
teeny tiny to see, but
I'll do
I
it.
can-
News number 1. Is Bioshock teasing a new remaster?
I sure hope so.
If not, you're going to blue ball everyone.
Because
Yeah,
it's 2016.
seriously.
It's been a while since the last Bioshock game
I
was released,
know!
right? So it doesn't really make sense that they would create a new Twitter account unless a remaster was coming down the pipes.
So I mentioned this during the pre-show, but
Mhm.
I got super butthurt because I played Bioshock on my Xbox 360, and it came out. That was the era of the 360 and the
Right.
PS3.
Totally.
So I had it for my 360, and I got rid of my 360 and
That was like your jam.
my PlayStation 3. Like, I never had it for my PlayStation 3, and Leon was just like, one day, I'm gonna play Bioshock. So I went on Steam, and he has it, and so we just played it, and I was just so... I get mad at the dumbest things. Like, I got... the maddest I have ever been at Leon is over video games, and
That's
it's
so funny.
freaking pathetic. I got so...
how great is
But
it
he
that
does
that's
the
what-
same exact
How
thing
great is
to
it that
you
that's what you guys get
too.
upset about? Like, you don't get
Oh,
upset
but
about
it's
money.
like-
You don't
but
get
no,
upset about
but
whatever.
It's like a stupid mad. Like, sometimes I just sit down. Sometimes I just sit down and I'm like, you're being freaking ridiculous right now, Rach. I came home and he was playing Brocky League, and I was mad because he's going to be a higher level than me, and he's going to have better unlocks. And I was just, I was like looking forward to coming home and playing together, and I get home and he's like already like
You've
playing in
betrayed
the
me.
game. And I
If
was...
that is the extent of your trust issues, I think you
yeah,
guys
you
are
guys are doing
set.
great.
That's okay. I was so hurt. But anyways, so he played Bioshock, and I was just like, how come I can't do that right now? They need to do that.
See, and I
I
remember
know.
our first like beta podcast that we did, pre LittleBigKast, pre KT Data even. I remember talking to you like, okay, so let's talk about like what games have kind of shaped us as gamers, like what games
Right.
matter to us. And I remember Bioshock being
it
one of your
was
games.
Such
Oh, yeah.
a good one. Such a good one.
So I think that's really cool. Obviously, a ton of people
But
are
who
going to be
knows?
super excited if that is the case. I cannot fathom a world where they would create a Twitter account out of nowhere,
And
a
just
verified
to-
account just to
Right.
freaking tease.
But,
But I
they've
was...
leaked screenshots.
Yeah, I didn't
That's
see that.
true. I
They're-
wonder...
It wouldn't surprise me at all.
I almost wonder if they're waiting for VR, because could you imagine?
Ugh.
Uh-huh. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yep.
Dude, after Fallout, you could do it.
Yeah,
if
that's-
Fallout can freaking do it, any game
Bioshock
can do
easily
it.
could.
hi.
Go
I
ahead.
have my hand raised. So during the air show, they had
Yeah, the PlayStation Experience.
The PlayStation
Did you do it?
Experience. I went. We were going down to GameStop just at random, and they had a secondary booth set up there in GameStop.
No way.
So like the line was 4 people at max at a time, and at the air show apparently it was hours
Wow.
to get to the
See,
thing.
I would have gone had I known it was at GameStop. I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah, and so I got hooked in, and they give you like the PlayStation Move controllers
Yeah.
to do it. And I've looked at VR before, but it was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna look at the sky, I'm gonna look at the ground, I'm gonna look at the horses that are running next to me. Well, that's cute. All right, this is a fun little trick. But this was like a heist. It was like the London heist. And so you're in a moving car, and you have like guys on motorcycles coming up on either side of you, and you have to like reach into the glove box and like manually reload the gun.
Oh, wow.
And it was super fun, but really, really disorienting.
Was it disorienting because it had latency, or was it disorienting because you weren't used to it?
It was disorienting because I wasn't used to it. I don't
Okay.
think the latency was.
You felt like the latency was pretty sharp?
I thought it was fine.
Awesome.
But
I bet Drew was gonna have a hard time with it
Oh,
though.
for sure.
oh yeah,
He has a hard time with big
he
screens.
did okay. He did okay with the last Oculus Rift test that I was there with him for.
Was that CES?
It was at CES 2 years ago,
right.
and he was like, "Man, this feels way better than it did the last time I used it."
mm-hmm.
I can't imagine a world where he plays at FPS,
Oh,
With it?
nope,
right.
no, 'cause he can't
Um,
do it now.
Yeah.
but I think he could handle something like No Man's Sky probably, where it's just or like a fighter pilot. Like that's where I think VR really will shine, is like in
Yeah.
like a virtual cockpit,
Man, that's so
like a
awesome.
Star Wars X-wing fighter thing, or like
Yeah.
Eve Valkyrie, right? Like Eve
Oh,
Valkyrie
that
looks
was good. That-
freaking dope.
Scott played that one.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm jealous. Was it
Yep.
good? Did he enjoy it?
Yeah, he said it was really awesome.
That's sick. I'm excited. Cool. That took us in a direction. What is going on here? Play that.
Siri?
What are you, Siri? Yeah, I'm jealous.
Play
Yeah,
that
it was good.
funky
Yeah.
music. White
Siri is on
boy.
drugs, man, and it's not even plugged in or on.
Can I
It's-
just
it's
tell you,
asleep.
I have an iPhone, and iPhone 7's coming out, and my iPhone 6 is just like my battery. My
Struggling.
battery
It
will
is
not last me
planned
all day.
obsolescence. Let's
It's
just.
the freaking worst, and I
I'll bet
hate
there's
it.
like software
serious.
bugs that are being
Steve Jobs is
smushed
in there.
I know. It's
the
true,
Jobs
probably.
AI.
Flipping off the rest of his company. He's
That's
Right.
funny.
Who are you talking to about that? We were talking about obsolete in the electronics, and they're like, is that my tattoo place? Yeah, they were talking about like printers breaking down, and I was like, well, think about your Xbox 360. How many people do you know got those red rings of death right around the time the warranty expired?
It's a conspiracy.
That's when I first experienced it. I was so pissed off. Oh man.
Like a month after the warranty goes.
Yeah, PS3 had the yellow light.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fun stuff.
You bastards.
Speaking of bastards,
Oh yeah.
an 18-year-old woman was just sentenced to 40 years in prison
Yep.
over murdering someone, or for murdering someone over a PlayStation 4. So this was a 2014 incident that occurred where Daniel Zeitz listed his PlayStation 4 for $280 on Craigslist. Instead, apparently this woman, and I don't have her name here, but she showed up and Kyla Dixon showed up and killed him and took the PS4 as a gift for her boyfriend. It looks like, and so she's got 40 years in jail. She's 18.
Her
What a freaking
16-year-old
moron, like-
boyfriend. Can we just go back to that? Her 16-year-old boyfriend.
Over a PS4, like
What
What would
40
you do for your
40
significant other?
years.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
40 years, guys.
Yeah, seriously.
9 years older than me. That's old. She's gonna be old as freaking. She's gonna be 60 years old.
Well, her 16-year-old boyfriend ain't gonna visit her.
Yeah, he's moved on already.
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
Got
Hopefully he didn't know.
PS4
He's like-
and pieced out.
Oh, he was there.
Was he?
He was there because
He shot through his hand, and that's how it got the guy in the chest.
He grabbed the gun.
no, he grabbed the
The PlayStation.
PlayStation. He grabbed the console, and she shot the guy who was already holding the console, and he was grabbing for it.
So it
And
ruined the
so-
console too.
I'll bet you anything it ruined the console.
What a tragedy.
Not the loss of human life, but the fact that there was no.
The PS4.
One PS4
Nobody
gone is too
wanted
many
this.
PS4s gone.
Just goes to show you birth control.
Yep.
Birth control.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That blows my mind. Also, another fun one. Ford Motor Company has apparently copied Firewatch's artwork for their Freedom Sales event promotion.
And other dumbass news.
Yeah, so the promotional image for the Ford Freedom Sales event has started to make kind of its rounds online due to the fact that it stole. I mean, they literally have stolen
Yeah.
promotional art from
Oops.
Firewatch. And it's
Yeah.
actually a cool image, and
It's
the
gorgeous.
Ford advertisement looks nice. But you'd think that a company as large as Ford would be able to, pay
Do it
someone to do
themselves.
design work. I know a designer that could do that. So if anyone's looking,
They probably thought
Robin's
no one.
engaged to a designer.
Hoorah.
Um,
He
Additionally-
makes things.
he does. He makes nice things. Number 4, PS4 mods for the Fallout 4 beta have been delayed. So they were going to launch a mod beta for Fallout 4. It's been delayed indefinitely. We don't know how long it's going to be. But Bethesda Game Studios on Twitter has announced, we regret to say that the PS4 mods beta for Fallout 4 has been delayed. We will update everyone when we can. So it sounds like they have no idea.
They have no idea because the problem is that their cap on the mods, they have a size gap or
Right.
cap that they have to keep under. And if you want to mod it, it's going to go over this size.
So how come it worked with
And-
Xbox?
I don't know.
I wonder if
This
Xbox
is-
paid them.
I bet.
Conspiracy time.
I almost think it's similar just because Leon and I were talking about Rocket League and cross-platform,
Uh-huh.
and that's only available on Microsoft and PC. So I
Right.
wonder if it's because Microsoft already has not the technology, but they
The ecosystem already
Yeah.
in
just
place.
they already have that down because they do computers and stuff, and
Right.
Sony does, but I mean they don't have their own.
They
Right.
don't have their Yeah, they don't have an operating
Yeah,
system.
they don't have.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
so I wonder if that has anything to do with it.
Yep. Cool. And then finally, wrapping up the news for this week is the PlayStation Plus lineup for July.
Woo!
So coming to PS4, we have Fury and Saints Row: Gat Out of Hell.
I
If
love
you haven't
it.
played a Saints Row game, they're wild.
Saints Row is like Grand Theft Auto
On crack.
on crack
Which-
with like flying. Well, not really on crack because Grand Theft Auto is kind of about
Also on
drugs,
crack.
but it's like, flying and like superpowers.
Right. Yeah, it's bizarre. Call of Juarez Bound in Blood is PS3. Fat Princess on PS3. Have you guys played Fat Princess, by the way?
No.
Hilarious. Fat Princess?
Yes, I
Fat
have.
Princess might be the first indie game I ever played.
I think I played it like in a GameStop demo or something.
It is freaking hilarious. It's basically you have these two princesses. You're playing capture the flag with princesses. And the longer it takes you to get over there, the more cake they eat and the fatter they get. So these princesses get fatter and fatter and fatter and fatter. And so once you finally start to liberate them, it takes you longer to carry them back to your base. It's
Wow.
super cute looking.
Mm-hmm.
Like the artwork is really cute and dainty and cute. And then your little characters start spilling blood everywhere. Like it is a bloodbath in this game. Super gory, mega gory. Like
It's preciously gory.
it's I don't even know what I can compare it to gore wise. Like it is freaking gory. Like you cut the heads off of little knights. Like little cutesy little knights and cutesy little
Oh, I
It's
love
like
Game
Precious
Wood
Woman's
carvers.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, that's exactly right. Which, by the way, can we just say bravo?
La 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 la.
Yeah, we're just we'll leave it there.
It's okay.
Bravo and we'll
Am
leave it
I
there.
right?
My gosh.
The whole thing, even Wired agreed with
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you posted that, and I was like, I can't. No spoilers. No spoilers. No spoilers. And I was like, because Claire was in St. George, I was in Ogden, and she was like, you cannot watch it before me.
Yep.
And so she called me, and she's like, I'm ready. Hit play now. And we're like, and I saw him texting
That's
her, and I was
love.
like, oh my gosh, I can't. Oh my gosh, I can't. Oh my gosh, like the whole episode. Holy
Yeah.
cow! So
And
this is
then
not
I
a Game of Thrones podcast, but I
But
feel like today
it
it could turn into
that was
one.
like the season finale kind of thing. But it was so fun to just like message y'all back and forth because I would think
Trying not to spoil it
I
is
was
difficult.
trying not to spoil it because like every time something interesting happened, I'm like
Yeah.
and then again like 20 minutes later
The last two episodes of this season
I know.
were like the two most satisfying episodes of television that I've ever seen across the board. Like I don't know that I've ever seen two back-to-back episodes of any series ever
Just like
that
this
were
just
more just like
feels right.
yeah, yeah, like so good. How
Yeah.
far are you?
You end on a high.
You haven't even started?
No.
No
I thought You
worries.
said you were starting.
No worries.
When?
Yeah, because I need to finish Star Wars before I can get everything from
Don't
Master
shame.
Glenn.
Don't shame her. Do it.
What do you mean you finished Star Wars? Wait a second.
Nope.
We'll move on.
So how should I watch them? Should I watch them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or should I watch them 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3?
4, 5, 6,
Game
1,
of-
2, 3.
Oh,
Really?
You're talking about
Star Wars.
Oh, machete cut.
What does that mean?
Machete cut. It's oh gosh, which one is it? It is when you look at Darth Vader's story, you're looking at
Yeah, do I want to look at it?
four. Oh, forget one. You just
Okay.
don't even watch one
Really?
because
Yeah,
there's
one's-
nothing.
A New Hope.
There's nothing
Nothing
about it.
happens.
1. So the remake,
A
the
whiny
newer,
little
the
kid
middle
is
ones.
born and raises
Yeah,
pod
and it's Haley
racers.
Joel Osment. What a douche, am I
Yeah, I'd
right?
skip to the next one.
Yeah,
And then the next one, he's just a
2.
whiny little bish.
Yeah. Well, he's
Is he at least attractive?
Uh,
No.
Hayden Christensen.
I have pretty weird taste in men.
Yeah, you do.
Love you, babe.
I love you, Leon.
Love you, Leon.
Machete cut Star Wars. Wait.
Or should I just not watch stuff?
Ain't nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. What was that about,
Because we were
Chimpoka?
talking grind.
Okay.
Grinding.
This is you need to go 4, 5, 2, 3, 6.
So like the abridged version.
Yes.
Okay.
The exclusion of episode 1 will be explained later on, but the significance
4, 5.
2.
Why 2, 3
See,
after? But why 2, 3
because
after?
it's a backstory. because
That
then
makes sense. Okay.
then the whole Darth Vader is his father is revealed, and then here is Anakin's story,
So
and
here's-
now
Okay, that
it
makes
is.
sense.
Here's
I
what
can
I
get in
did
that.
do. Before I watched the new one, I just went to Google and said, haven't seen the Star Wars, what do I need to know? And that summed up pretty I know a lot. I
Yeah.
know the cute little fuzzy animals, their planet blew up.
Ewoks.
Yeah, those
That whole list though will change in December with
Mm.
Rogue One.
That is true.
Because Rogue One
I'm
takes
so-
place
I'm excited.
in the middle of episode 4.
Yep.
Da, 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 da. So I need to do that. That's why I started Game of Thrones. Because Glenn says I can only have one at a time.
Yeah, I think it's a wise
I
move.
mean, you can knock out Star Wars in a weekend.
Maybe.
Game of Thrones will take a little bit longer.
Maybe.
You got a bottle of Fireball. You can
It's a
do
good one
it.
though. It's a good one though.
Okay.
Moving on. News. New releases. We finished the news. Let's move to new releases.
Here we go. Nope.
For our intro music today, it should be bum bum ba da da dum ba 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 bum bum ba 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 bum ba 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 bum.
That's kind of
Okay, new releases. 7 for the PlayStation 4. We have 7 Days to Die, Castles, Full Moho Rampage. So when I do these, I want to say like, comma, God Eater Resurrection, comma, Heart and Slash, comma.
Yeah,
But
'cause
that's
you would never
obnoxious,
know.
'cause
Like
that's-
they,
yeah.
You never know when there's a new one.
I
Like,
feel like we're pretty good at pointing out the ones that are worth paying attention to.
right? Because like
I mean,
here's
if we have any
JoJo's-
listeners that are going to play Full Mojo Rampage, let us know,
Yes,
and we
please do.
will put more time into describing those for you.
Discussing
if that's
this.
The case.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Eyes of Heaven. Like that's
All one game.
Yes. Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
There you go.
Pharaonic.
Marijuanic.
Sure. Prison Architect. Spy Chameleon.
How depressing would that be? I want to be a prison architect. I can understand like Roller Coaster Tycoon, but prison
Prison
architect.
Here's a giant
I'm
cube.
gonna
Wait,
make a
that's
cafeteria.
a game. I didn't even like register with me. That
Prison
sounds like the most
architect.
depressing. Like, your
I'm-
dad's in jail. Let's get you prison architect. You learn how to break that sucker out. That's maybe the
Oh.
game that 40
Maybe.
years in prison woman was going to play.
Oh, she's not playing anything now.
Star Ocean Integrity and Faithlessness. Steriden, the Technomancer. And then for the Vita, we have God Eater Resurrection, Lego Star Wars, The Force Awakens, Panda Run, and Zero Escape, Zero Time Dilemma. No
I
digital
still
classics.
Lego games on a handheld console will forever suck.
Really?
Forever suck because they take out the fun of it. Like the fun of it is picking up the Lego studs and like all of the little
Right.
quips that they do. Like for example, in the Force Awakens with Finn, like he has blood on his helmet from where they have
Where they
where
did the
he's
thing.
like the other stormtroopers like
Dying.
dying. They switch it and make it green from where somebody's thrown fruit at him.
Clever.
So I was like, oh well, that's cute. That's totally family friendly and all of that and precious. But you like all of the humor, all of the coin picking up stuff, you lose that in any sort of handheld one. They just completely suck the joy out of it.
That's a bummer.
But at least I will now descend from my soapbox of how Lego games should be made.
Very cool. Well, that's the games. We kind of talked for a little bit about.
Is that it?
Yeah, we kind of talked for a little bit today about the. What did we talk about before we talked about the 18-year-old? I don't remember.
Bioshock.
VR. So, I think that sounds awesome. Like the more that I think about it, like I wish you'd told me that it was a game. So I had no idea.
Yeah,
you were just like,
we just
guys,
accidentally
look how
ran
cool.
into it.
That's
Yeah,
freaking cool.
'cause
that
you don't
got
go to
do that.
GameStop
did you have
anymore.
I know I don't. I buy everything digitally.
You know?
So did you? I mean, so like a broad, just as like kind of a last touch to the podcast today. Give us your broad impressions of VR as it stands today. Kind of what you thought, because you told us a little bit about the heist that you played, but like overall, like feel, like graphic fidelity, was it comparable to a PS4 game? Does it feel more like a PS3 game?
For me, they still feel like a little bit of PS3 games.
Okay.
I think that the graphic fidelity is going to ramp up eventually, but right now the idea of a screen wrapping around your head and having this much more viewable area rather than like here is a pretty box in front of you.
Right.
I think that's the new pretty toy that they've got to play with. But
Did it feel gimmicky? Like that's my concern, is I feel like if it feels gimmicky, it's gonna fail. Like the little sticks.
It didn't feel the same as, you know how Avatar felt gimmicky in theaters? It didn't feel quite as much like that. The Move controllers, I think, are their weakest point.
Right.
But Move controllers have been out since, what, 2000?
Well, like forever.
Well,
I want to say like 3 or 4.
So many years ago. So I think that they need to do some refinement with that kind of integration. But I don't think that graphically it's even remotely close to what PS4 is doing.
Interesting. I wonder how Neo will change that. I think
I
it'll be
do
interesting to
wonder.
see what the additional processing power and different things have. I want VR to work. Like
yeah.
I'm at the point where like I would love a new way to experience and play games that made sense. I'm gonna have to be sold on it though. Like I'm definitely
You're basically buying a new
I'm
console
definitely
to do
like
it.
the hesitant buyer anymore. Like I'm very wary of like gimmicks and just like we are pre-order bonuses, right? Like I'm wary of pre-order bonuses. Like the more pre-order bonuses you should throw into a package, like the more hesitant I
Yeah.
am.
And I was
Like
like,
and
so
the
what are you
more
trying
doubt
to
I've got. Like,
cover?
so you're throwing $15 of your own pocket, company X, into this. So how afraid are you that people won't buy it without it?
Right.
Kind of interesting. So I'm excited to see. Thanks for reporting back.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool that you got to do that. I didn't even realize that it was here. I was a little bummed.
I think my thing with VR is it just needs to be done right.
Exactly.
That's what I think it needs to be marketed right as well. It needs to be priced right, and I think that's where consoles have failed in the past, and I think that's what will fail them again in the future.
For sure.
So I just think that it's too much money that no one's gonna buy it. There's gonna be no desire for it. But I don't know.
And also, if it's too limited of a game pool.
Yep, that
Yeah,
too.
it's got to be broad. It's got to be broad enough that you hit the major ticking points, but also like you can't be wasting money on games no one's going to play too, right?
Right. You can't just say that, okay,
This is what
everything
you
is going
got.
to be in VR. It's
Like
going to be so fun.
I'll tell you one that looked
dilute it.
gimmicky to me at E3 was the one where the birds were like racing. Do you remember that one? It's like capture the flag with birds, and the birds were like cruising around, and they were
Oh,
like
that's just...
it was almost like bird
It feels
football.
like a tech demo.
I was like, I'm not interested in that at all. Like that's kind of like, ugh. Why would anyone play that? That sounds dumb. Like, why didn't they show Eve Valkyrie? I just want to play Eve Valkyrie so bad. Oh, it looks awesome.
I'm also interested to see how the different consoles are going to have their own take on it.
Yeah, and
Because
respond to it.
I feel like they're all going to be so different. Like,
Well, they're all scrambling.
right? Yeah.
this point.
They're also like PlayStation's, like you said, they're using the things. The Xbone's probably going to upgrade their Kinect, and I bet that's going to be
Well, and
one of their things.
The rumor with Nintendo, right, is that they didn't talk about it at E3 because they're what was the quote? It was by one of the lead guys at Nintendo, but it was like something to the effect of like, we have an idea we're exploring that we want to see if we can realize before we talk about anything at all.
right.
And like, so yeah, like the entire market is having this really weird, super risky shift, right? Like this is a huge risk.
This is
Like
like, please
VR
don't-
is a massive risk.
Don't be 1983. Don't be 1983.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I'm excited
Let's
though.
see. Yeah, me too. Me too.
Anyway, this has been episode 102 of the LittleBigKast. Thank you for joining us. If you're in the chat, thank you so much for participating in the chat. We love that you guys are here hanging out. If you are one of our Patreon subscribers, thank you, massive thank you to our Patreon subscribers.
You.
We have a couple of you that need to get into the booth for the next couple of shows. So it'll be fun to have you guys hanging out here with us. Looking at you, Ben. outside of that, if you would like to join our Patreon, you can go to patreon.com/LittleBigKast. Otherwise, feel free to follow us on the Twitters. My name's Jeff Hawks. You can follow me at Jeff Hawks, or on PSN you can follow me at Mr. Hawks, MRHOX. And with me, as always, our own Dr. Robin Hazlett.
And you can find me on Twitter at Robin Hazlett because I'm super creative about my username there.
Yeah.
And my off-branded identity on PlayStation Network, because this is what happens when you are, like, what was it, 10 years ago, choosing a handle?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Lil352. Lil352
Oh,
is
yeah,
the
Lil.
non-branded. So Red Mages Unite everywhere else, and Lil352 on PSN. So tripped on memory lane on that one.
Yep. And our own
Rachel.
killer.
Yeah,
Our own
stunting, JK,
Killing
killing it. You can follow me at Pirate Rachel with a 3 instead of an E. And if you want to hang out with me on PSN, my PSN ID is 70_X7. And I'm sorry if I don't accept. I accept most friend requests, but I'm sorry if I don't play video games with you because I'm so bad at them.
I think it's fair to say too, like
bad.
if you are from the Little Big Cast crew, like if
We'll
you're
know
from
you,
our
yeah.
world,
Right.
you can put a note in there like, hey, I listened to the show.
Oh, yeah, and that
like
just totally
that
makes my
that
day.
changes
Cool.
things. Well, that also changes things, right?
Yeah.
Like, because if I have a rando like add me, if I'm playing Destiny and someone's like, hey, add me as a friend, I want to jam.
Be
Like,
my friend.
I'm like, I'm not interested in doing that. Like,
Like,
I don't want to hang out with
define friend.
some random person. But like,
Who are
if you send a friend request and you're like, hey, I listened to the show, if you can jam, let's jam.
Tight.
We'll jam. Totally. 100%. Every time.
Sweet. Yeah, but I've just had people, but I'm not very good at Rocket League, and I don't play for very long. So like I don't want to invest in something that I'm only going to spend 10 minutes doing as well. So
Very cool.
heads up.
So there's our world.
That's been the show.
Deuces.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
You're amazing.
Adios, everyone.
Flip flop flip flop.
Hello.
What up?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey baby.
Hey, can you hear me?
Probably not because there's no
It's-
service in
yeah.
here.